Psalm 90 is a psalm of Moses, a song written by Moses. And encapsulated within that psalm is one of the most valuable teachings, encased within a singular verse, is something so powerful. It is the reminder that our days are limited. And that seems simple, but how often do we forget about it? Especially when you're young. You think you have all the time in the world. We have no idea how much time's left. Psalm 90 in verse 12. Moses, through inspiration, says, "Teach us to number our days, so that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Teach us to remember that life is coming to an end, and that during these days that we do have, we have to make the best use of them, because they're numbered. We have to number them. Moses is asking for a remembrance of the limits of life, that life's brief. He's asking to be reminded of that. Why? Because in light of understanding mortality, we make better decisions. How many people have been caught in a life or death situation and suddenly, seemingly out of nowhere, they are able to change parts of themselves that they were at war with for years? Suddenly they remember the importance of life. When a life flashes before someone's eyes, their whole life in a life or death situation, they suddenly remember all the things that are important. Everything unimportant dissolves away instantly. You have the clarity that you've never had in years. Because you remember the only things that are valuable in this life are how we conduct ourselves in relation to what God requires of man. The purpose that you have is to find a way to make yourself acceptable to God. How do you do that? Through the teachings found in the scriptures. And not only can you make yourself acceptable to God, which has the biggest benefit, that's obvious, but you can also give yourself a better life. The principles contained in scripture, they are there to make your life better. They are there to make your life easier, not more difficult due to the commands, but easier, to protect you from negative consequences of poor behavior, to give you the wisdom that you need to navigate this physical world for the few brief days we're here. So that's what we need to do. Remember every day that we have a limited amount of time here. We have a specific purpose for being here, to make ourselves acceptable to God through His principles. And not that we do the work. I don't want anyone to misunderstand. It's not that we somehow make ourselves right before God. No. Through obedience to His principles, we are made right. He is the one who makes us right. But that is the purpose of man. And then after that, to live a good life based on the principles. We need to remember that these days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Count them up. You don't know how many more you have. And that fills me with anxiety every single day, because I know the end is coming. So the question is, what are you going to do with the time today?